Hey guys, so as I'm hoping you would all know by now, I like this band called In Stereo. I mean, they're alright, I guess. I'm not obsessed. Not at all. Why would you even think that? I don't even like them that much. To be completely honest, they're kinda quite lame. So obviously this tiny obsession meant that I had to go see them when they went on tour for the first time. Even though I missed out on VIP by 2 seconds, I was still really excited to go because 1, I was going to be going with some good friends, and 2, it was going to be my first concert. The day finally arrived. I'd been blasting their EP every day since it had come out. I'd memorized all the songs. I had been counting down for months. I was ready. We arrived at the venue and were 16th in line. We waited and joined the fangirls that screamed at every single car that came past. Every single car. Then the time came and we went in. We bought merch first before we rushed to the stage to try and get the best place we could. At every In Stereo concert, when you face the stage, Ethan is on the left, Chris is on the right, and Jacob's in the middle. We ended up between Jacob and Ethan, but slightly closer to Ethan. But throughout the show, we moved and I ended up in front of Jacob. Jacob Dangato, am I right? So the concert finished and their manager came on stage to tell people with VIP to stay back so that they could meet the boys and everyone else to get lost. He didn't say it like that, but I'm just paraphrasing, you know. It was then that my friends and I had a brilliant idea. We asked their manager if we could pay money on the spot to stay behind and meet the boys. And he said no. But if we waited outside, we could probably meet them when they were done with the meet and greet. So that's what we did. We went and sat on the grass outside where many other fangirls were either sat waiting to try and see In Stereo or for someone to pick them up. After a couple more minutes of waiting, we figured they weren't going to come out where everyone was. So we went to the side where there were a couple of other people who were sat waiting quietly in front of the closed door. After some waiting, the door opened and Lachlan and Aaron came out to put some things in the van. For those who don't know, Lachlan plays the drums and Aaron plays guitar for In Stereo. Also, little Spawn, Aaron's also in Forever Ends Here, who are another amazing band. A little while later, Fletcher Pillon, one of the opening acts for In Stereo, came out and I managed to get a quick selfie with him. It was blurry because he said it had to be quick and he had to leave, but I mean, hey, it's something. I'm not complaining. So he went back into the building but came out a little while later and stayed and talked to the other people there and I for a good half an hour or so. It was amazing. He's so sweet and so down to earth and he's a great person, so I highly recommend you listen to his music. Spawn. Good old Fletch. But all good things come to an end. And Fletch eventually had to go back inside. That sounds weird. But that was all good because a little later Chris's dad came out and had a conversation with me and the other people there. Unfortunately, my friends had decided to abandon me and go to the bathroom at this point in time, meaning they missed the interaction. Chris's dad promised us the boys would be out in 15 minutes and that was the point where I started to shake and get really excited again. But it's also when everything started to go wrong. Well, not wrong, but not exactly how we imagined everything would turn out. My friends came back as Chris's dad was leaving and kindly told me that they were abandoning me to go sit on a comfy sofa that they had found. So they left me alone to fend for myself in the wild. Well, I mean, there were other people there and it wasn't really the wild. A few minutes later, a security guard came and asked us if we were with the band. We kind of paused and we were like, no, we're just waiting and stuff. It started with him asking us to leave the building, which was okay, I understood that, that was fair. We left and even my friends came out from their comfortable sofa. Then he asked us to move out of the doorway, which we did. Then a minute later, this security guard comes out again and shouts at me and the group of people I was with, saying that he'd already told us to move out of the doorway. And he told us to move out of the doorway again. Let me make one thing clear, we were a good 5 meters away from the door when he said this. Lil rant time with Abby. See, I understand that he was just doing his job, and that's great. I respect that. But he should have come and said it before we'd been waiting for hours. Lil Rent with Abby is done. Yeah. By this point, me and all the people I was with were very annoyed. I may have also been about to cry, but that's unimportant. I was trying to convince my friends that we should go. I didn't want to get shouted at by security guards again. I didn't want to get banned from the venue. I was done. Then Jacob's mum came out and my friends decided it would be a good idea to go ask her if we could wait and meet them. They asked her if we could wait and meet them, and she said that she was sure that they would love to stay and talk to us all because they love us all. But if security told us to leave, then we probably should because it's their venue and she can't do anything to change what they're saying. So once again, I tried to convince my friends that we should go. We agreed to wait 5 more minutes and see what would happen. If nothing had happened by then, we would leave. We waited. We were about to leave. But then it happened. Jacob came out, said something no one understood, waved and said hi to my friends and then went back inside. I was pretty much in tears the rest of the night. We decided we'd wait another 5 minutes, see if anything happened, and once again, if it didn't, we would just leave. Jacob came out again! Yeah! He waved and said hi to us again and then hopped into the van. We waited a little longer. Then Chris and Ethan came out! Ethan waved and said hi to my friends and Chris just waved, and then we left, they left, everyone hopefully left, and that was the end. This almost made up for me missing out on VIP by 2 seconds. I don't know what first concerts are usually like for people, but I feel like that was a pretty great experience for a first concert. Thank you to everyone who watched this. Feel free to give it a thumbs up if you liked it or if you like In Stereo. And if you're not already, click subscribe because I make hopefully relatable videos. If you haven't listened to In Stereo or haven't heard of them, I suggest you go look them up. Anyways, I hope you all have a good week. See you all next time. Bye!